Good morning. What an awesome day to kick off a terrific plan to blow up and replace the transit system of Baltimore. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the West Baltimore MARC station for an announcement that will transform Baltimore. I'm standing in front of a possible future transitway for Baltimore. With the partnership from the city, a traffic-choked street can be transformed into a bus-only transitway that gets buses off other busy streets and improves travel for traffic on other roads, adding to the charm and livability of this great city. This vision for Baltimore is the direct result of the leadership of Governor Hogan. We are very fortunate to have the governor join us today to announce how he is delivering on his vision for a better Baltimore. And we all know the governor is winning his fight against cancer and just recently finished his final round of chemotherapy. And I know the governor has been supported through millions of prayers across this state, and the affection for Governor Hogan is just amazing. So in the fact that this event is his first since finishing his treatment demonstrates his strong commitment to Baltimore and his goal of really improving the lives of the city residents of the great city of Baltimore. Before I introduce the governor, let me recognize City Council President Jack Young. Senator Catherine Pugh. City Councilman Carl Stokes. Also in the audience is Deputy Secretary Jim Quartz, Deputy Secretary Dennis Schrader, MTA Administrator Paul Comfort, who will deliver this great plan to pick up Baltimore. Jimmy Rouse, a founding member of Transit Choices. Robin Budish, Director of Transit Choices. Kirby Fowler, President of the Downtown Partnership of Baltimore. And we have with us Delegate Bob Flanagan. Former Mayor Sheila Dixon. Nate Evans, who's the Executive Director of Bike Maryland. And Liz Cornish, Executive Director of Bike More. I know we have a delegate here whose name, right, Delegate Matt Oakes. Sorry, Delegate. I'm going to used to call you Delegate Oakes. I've never had to put your first name in front of that. All right. And so Ed Cohen, Chair of the Citizens Advisory Committee. I see Ed back there. And so, let's start talking about the plan. I'm going to tell you something that will come as no surprise, is that the existing transit system in Baltimore is broken. I've heard of city residents who had to take 3 or 4 transfers on the bus system to get to work in 90 minutes where they could have driven in 20 minutes if they'd had a car. Under Governor Hogan's leadership and direction, we have developed a cost-effective transportation plan that will create an actual transit system that Baltimore residents can rely upon. A system that will begin delivering results to residents in days. This comprehensive plan is the direct result of the vision of one man, Governor Larry Hogan. The governor gets it. In recent Baltimore Sun column, the governor committed to partnering with the city to build a modern transit system for the city. Ladies and gentlemen, today he is delivering on his commitment to Baltimore. Please join me in welcoming Governor Larry Hogan.
Well, thank you all very, very much. Good morning. Thank you for being here. First of all, I want to congratulate Secretary Pete Ron, who I believe is the best transportation secretary in the entire country. And I want to thank Paul Comfort, who's doing such a great job as the MTA administrator. And let's give a round of applause to both of them and their entire teams who are responsible for everything we're going to be talking about today. So thank you, everyone. We're here today to announce an exciting and transformative new master plan to rebuild Baltimore City's transit system. For the first time ever in history, the people of Baltimore and the surrounding jurisdictions will be able to travel conveniently, efficiently, and affordably from where they live to where they work. Our new plan will connect Marylanders to 745,000 jobs in and around Baltimore, and will give 205,000 more people access to high-frequency transit. Baltimore is home to the 13th largest transit system in the country. The Maryland Transit Administration accounts for 380,000 trips each day, 2/3 of which are on buses. Yet for too long, the performance of Baltimore's transit system has been notoriously abysmal. The buses are slow, and the routes, some of which were designed back in the 1950s, are too long. Buses get jammed downtown, their on-time performance is low, and people aren't able to get from their homes to work in an efficient manner. Moreover, currently, the buses don't effectively connect with rail, and the system does not take advantage of new technology that could dramatically improve service. The bottom line is this: Baltimore's current transit network is a mess. It is poorly integrated and simply does not make any sense. It's unacceptable for Maryland's largest and most important city to have an antiquated and broken transit system. Perhaps even worse is the fact that both city and state leaders have largely ignored these failings of our system for decades. Beginning today, that is going to change. Today I am announcing the investment of an additional $135 million in new funding to implement a transformative new vision for the future of transit in Baltimore City. These funds will be immediately directed exclusively toward a series of changes that will have the most direct impact on the services that people use and that they need the most. This new investment is in addition to the more than $2.8 billion, that's $2.8 billion with a B, that the state already spends on transit and transportation in the city of Baltimore. This incredible, comprehensive plan is designed to create a customer-focused transit system for Baltimore that is safer, cleaner, and which better meets the needs of Baltimore City residents. It includes a unified system of new high-frequency routes that provide the crucial missing link to connect with light rail, metro, MARC, commuter bus, and other transportation services. The backbone of this comprehensive master plan consists of 12 new city link routes, which are specifically designed to integrate with other modes of transit. With the master transit plan that we are beginning today, that you see over here, citizens will be able to travel from any point on CityLink, Metro, and light rail systems to any other point throughout the entire network with a maximum of only one transfer. Under our new transformative master transit plan, 205,000 more people will have access to high-frequency transit, an increase of 34%. Our plan includes significantly enhanced east-west service through dramatically improved access for West Baltimore residents. In fact, we are also announcing an expanded east-west service today, which will immediately carry more people between Security Square Mall and Charles Center Metro, with arrivals coming every 10 minutes. The plan we are unveiling today begins immediately, and the entire plan could be fully implemented by June of 2017, but it will require close cooperation and collaboration between the state and the city to bring it fully to fruition in a timely fashion. A few key components of the plan include the construction of north-south and east-west dedicated transitways, which will provide efficient, high-speed commutes through downtown. We will also be investing in the latest technology to cut commute times. Transit Signal Priority, or TSP, will be installed at key intersections to increase the reliability and speed of the system. When buses approach green lights, they will stay green. We will be building new transit hubs all across the city, locations where rail, bus, bike, and car shares meet so that people can quickly change from one form of transportation to another. There will be significant transit hub investments at West Baltimore, Penn North, Johns Hopkins, Bayview, Broadway, and North Avenue, as well as numerous downtown locations to accommodate bus bays, new shelters, and improve pedestrian and bike access. Most importantly, we are investing in improved connections to regional employers and job centers, including Fort Meade, Arundel Mills, the National Security Agency, Johns Hopkins, Amazon, and Port Covington. The Hogan-Rutherford administration is committed to working with our Baltimore City partners to encourage economic development and create jobs in this city, and to find ways to help address some of the fundamental challenges that the city faces. The people of Baltimore rely on the city's transit system, and our state has a responsibility to our largest city to invest in projects that will improve the daily lives of our citizens. This new investment will provide a more reliable and more timely transit experience, better connections to jobs, and make commutes safer, cleaner, and more customer friendly. With $135 million in new dollars for the city, we are doing our part to transform transportation in Baltimore. This vision signifies the state's long-term commitment to the future of this city. Today we begin the process. We are unveiling an enhanced Quick Bus 40 service and expansion of weekend bike car service. Secretary Ron will tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. I have always said that we would move forward with transit plans that are cost effective and that make economic sense. Today's announcement represents a significant capital investment, but this is money that I believe will be well spent and which will deliver on our administration's efforts to focus on projects that serve the best interests of all Marylanders. We remain dedicated to improving the future of Maryland transportation, and we will continue to find the most cost-effective ways to rebuild and improve our state's transportation systems. Thank you.
I think we're going to have a surprise now. I bet no one can guess what's behind. So, Governor, if I could get you to stand over here, and what I would now ask our speakers to stand up as well, and everyone to join me in unveiling the centerpiece of our plan, which is the new high-frequency, color-coded CityLink system. And with that, we're going to need a countdown. So I'm going to ask everyone to join in the countdown from 5. So ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, pretty cool.
Don't shake hands. Don't shake hands. I actually realized after I shook your hand, Governor, that I've been telling everybody not to shake your hand, and I go and do that.
I need some sanitizer.
Yeah. We have some in my car. So, as the governor has said, this plan creates a transit system, a system we are calling Baltimore Link. Baltimore Link delivers an efficient transit system by completely redesigning our disconnected transit system and adding 12 new high-frequency, color-coded CityLink bus routes that better connect to jobs and existing transit. What you see behind us, if you notice, are colored T-shirts that denote the color of the routes and the locations that these colored routes will deliver to people to in a very high frequency. Also creating transitways to provide dependable bus service and a pedestrian, business-friendly atmosphere. Installing transit signal priorities to increase speed and reliability. Creating transit hubs to bring together MARC train service, metro, light rail, buses, car sharing bikes. You can see all around you examples of our new system. CityLink, Metro Subway Link, Light Rail Link, Mobility Link, Bicycle Link, and car sharing. So at this point, I would like to introduce our next speaker, City Council President Jack Young. So we cannot do this alone. We must partner with the city to deliver Baltimore Link. This transitway and other improvements can only happen with us working together. City Council President Jack Young has been a champion of Baltimore city and creating opportunity for Baltimore residents. A strong transit system truly connects people to these opportunities. We have listened to the great ideas from him and other city and state leaders in developing this plan. So please join me in welcoming City Council President Jack Young.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and thank you, Governor Hogan, for making this investment in the future of Baltimore City. I'm looking forward to working with the administration to help revamp Baltimore's bus network to help get our residents to a growing number of jobs throughout the region. Baltimore is filled with many qualified workers who are either unemployed or underemployed. It's not a matter of our citizens not seeking or wanting to work. For a number of our residents, it's simply next to impossible for them to commute to jobs in surrounding neighborhoods and counties in a reasonable amount of time. The plan that Governor Hogan is unveiling is a great step toward providing Baltimore with a first-class bus system capable of moving our residents to job opportunities. I look forward to working with the administration to implement the plan and transform bus transportation in Baltimore. I think this is a winner for us getting our citizens to the jobs that they have in the surrounding counties where they can't find workers to do those jobs. So again, I want to thank the governor and the secretary for listening and trying to make everything connect where people can get their transportation time cut almost in half. Again, thank you.
You know, they were talking about having a t-shirt for me with a color, but they didn't have a big enough size. So that's why you see all these people doing this. Thank you, Council President Young. Another strong voice for Baltimore is Senator Catherine Pugh. Senator Pugh has worked with us, insisting upon our plans that they connect Baltimore residents to jobs, local communities, churches, universities, and healthcare. We appreciate very much your input, and please welcome and join me in welcoming Senator Catherine Pugh.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Thank you, Governor, for being here. Our prayers continue to be with you, and we know that the light shines on you, and we wish you the best. Let me just say that it is essential that we work together, and as many of us have continued to fight for transportation needs in this city, I want to take a moment to thank all of the transportation groups that continue to apply pressure on us to make sure that Baltimore does develop a first-class transportation system. In order for us to become a first-class city, we need economic development. So I want us also, Governor, to be mindful that 1/5 of the ridership of this system happens to be our school children. And so we want to make sure, too, that while we're connecting jobs and job opportunities to the individuals who are trying to get themselves to work, that we make sure that our young people are able to get themselves to school on time as well. This is a step in terms of our bus system. As I had a conversation with the mayor's office in terms of what we ought to be doing, one of the things that they were concerned about and we had begun to talk about was how do we improve our bus system. We want people to be able to get to the job, from Amazon to Johns Hopkins Bay View Medical Center. It is very important. We want to be a first-class city. Investment is essential. Working with state government is important. And so, Mr. Governor, we look forward to continuing to work with you as we continue to develop as a first-class city right here in Baltimore. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Pugh. Also joining us today is Jimmy Rouse, a true believer in the power of transit. Through his commitment to transit, he helped found Transit Choices. Please join me in welcoming founding member of Transit Choices, Jimmy Rouse.
Governor Hogan, Secretary Ron, Administrator Comfort, members of the press, and audience. I'm up here today representing Transit Choices, a broad coalition of organizations and individuals who have been advocating for the past 3 years for a major transformation in Baltimore's transit system. I look forward to presenting this plan to our participants and for their review and consideration. I want to applaud this creative and bold approach to overhauling our bus system, which we all agree is broken. We share the same objectives, namely, to create an efficient and reliable bus service that is clean and safe, that has fast and frequent service along core routes, and that integrates our metro, light rail, circulator, water taxi, and bike systems. Most importantly, we share the goal of connecting the citizens of East and West Baltimore in a reliable and timely manner to job opportunities at centers such as BWI Nursery Road, Amazon, Hunt Valley, downtown, and even Fort Meade. Those are the places where jobs are available that provide the opportunity for people to overcome poverty. It has become clear in the cities across America, including Baltimore, that the number one obstacle for the poor to accessing better jobs, health care, healthy food, and education is poor connections through public transit to these opportunities. We applaud the work of the people in the MTA, beginning with its leader, Paul Comfort, others like Kevin Quinn and Michael Walk, and many others in the MTA, to rethink how we can make our bus and transit systems work for all the citizens of Baltimore. We recognize that this is a work in progress and look forward to the continued opportunity to work with the Hogan administration and seeing that we achieve our objectives. We also recognize and appreciate that many of our ideas and recommendations have been incorporated into this plan. On a personal level, I want to acknowledge that it is remarkable that Governor Hogan is even on the podium today. One of my closest friends had the same diagnosis as the governor, and I know what a tough fight it is. It is a testament to his strong will and fighting spirit that he is able to join us today. If we can apply that same strength of will and fighting spirit to solving the problems that face Baltimore, including its poor transit system, I feel certain that we can make a real difference for Baltimore's future. We can create a city that works for all its citizens. Great cities need great transportation. Let's make Baltimore great.
Thank you, Jimmy. That is inspiring. So, not many cities get to redesign their entire transit system from scratch, fixing decades of accumulated inefficiencies. We've listened and are presenting a plan that reflects what we've heard from city residents and those who use this system. But we are not done listening. We will immediately begin extensive public outreach to help explain the elements of the plan and seek citizens' input on additional improvements. Public workshops and hearings will start next month. However, starting this Sunday, we will improve the frequency and hours of service on QB 40 from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid to City Hall, And thanks to these newly graduated bus operators, they and others will be providing this service. So we welcome you to MTA. Starting October 31st, we will have bike cars on every single pin-line marked weekend train. And by June of 2017, we will have fully implemented the new Baltimore Link system. In closing, please take a minute to look around you at all of the features for our Baltimore Link. And I must say thank you to all of the people at MTA, in the Secretary's office, and across the department, as well as those that are our partners from the consulting side, and the city leaders and residents who have provided us the support and knowledge to implement the governor's demand that we fix Baltimore's transit system. Now, for media, we will all be available for one-on-one interviews that you can, we will undertake as soon as we close here. I urge everyone to look at the displays that help explain exactly what Baltimore Link is all about. We will answer those questions, and we have thumb drives prioritized for media first, so that you will have the graphics and explanations of what Baltimore Link is all about. So I want to thank the speakers who came here today, for the city officials and the delegates who have shown up to support this concept. I don't know what that means. I'm getting a signal there. I don't know what it means, so I'm not doing it. And so thank you very much for joining us this morning, and we are incredibly excited about the opportunity that we have been given by the governor and by the citizens of Baltimore who want something different and improved, and we are committed to delivering just that. So thank you.